All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Behind the Grind. So, new information has come out regarding some of the newest content that is coming soon to Space Marine 2 in the form of data mining. We have a bunch of cool new weapons, some cosmetics, and a lot of good stuff coming soon to Space Marine 2. Now, whether or not this stuff is coming later this year, or if some of this content is for the second year of content for Space Marine 2, I do not know. However, I just want to go ahead and say that this stuff has been found and it was posted in the Space Marine subreddit. So whether or not it's real, I kind of leave it up to you guys. However, it has been found within the files themselves. So I am simply just reporting this to everybody and kind of keeping everybody up in the loop. We have some cool things about Black Templars, some Imperial fists going on here and there, and some Salamanders as well. So we got quite the banger of a video coming up soon for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this. Before we begin, I want to ask you to please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Also, let's take a moment to thank our channel members for supporting the Behind the Grind YouTube channel. Your help means a lot, and if you're interested in being a channel member, check out the information in the description down below. Thank you. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and address some of these newest leaks for Space Marine 2. Alright guys, so as I have on screen right now, this is the power axe that has been data mined. Now this has been data mined alongside the power halberd. Let me just go ahead and give it a zoom right there so you guys can kind of take a good look at that. Now supposedly these two weapons will be releasing alongside the new class being the Tech Marine. So yep, just go ahead and get a nice look at that. Obviously it's not completely rendered. It looks very video gamey still. Like they need to put the finishing touches on it, but as you guys can see on screen, they are both right there in all their glory. They have been data mined. So yeah, right there is the power axe, guys, and in the next slide over is the power halberd. Whoa, went kind of a little too far with the zoom right there, but yeah, go ahead and give that a good look. But on to the bigger stuff for this video. This is a leaked Imperial Fist Space Marine. As you guys can see, none of these cosmetics are actually available within the game right now. Now, whether or not this was a first version of the Space Marine Imperial Fist Champion, I do not know. However, as you guys can see, this helmet is brand new. He's got the Imperial Fist icon right there on his helmet. He's got a brand new shoulder pauldron. I have not seen this within the game, obviously. We haven't seen this anywhere, any of this stuff, but he's got the tilted shield right here with some purity seals, and he's also got this breastplate that is also exclusive to Imperial Fists. Obviously, the big fist is a big giveaway, so we also conclude this with the shoulder pauldron right here, once again showing some purity seals and that Imperial Fist right there. So yeah, like I said, whether or not this was the original Imperial Fist Champion or if these are brand new armor pieces coming to the game, I do not know. However, this looks pretty credible. It doesn't seem to be made by a modder, and well, it was found within the game's files. So go ahead and get a good look at that and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Was this originally supposed to be the Imperial Fist Champion, or do you guys think that this will be coming alongside the new Imperial Fist chapter pack, which I should probably dive into? So I'm sorry that it's a little blurry right here. Obviously it's been data mined and it's a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot, but this is some of the newest leaked information regarding the Imperial Fist Champion pack. Now, how do I know that? Well, let's start from the top. So obviously you guys already know that we did get the Imperial Fists Champion. However, we never got a chapter pack. The same goes for the Salamanders. We never got a chapter pack that ties in with the champion itself. And kind of in a reverse way, we have the same thing when it comes to the Blood Angels. Blood Angels are releasing without a champion, but are instead releasing the chapter packs. Now, the conversation regarding whether or not it was a good idea to release both of those things separately instead of focusing on one chapter for every specific update, I'm not going to dive into all of that. I've already been extremely critical of the way they've handled releasing the content of the game, and I don't really want to get into any of that right now, but let's go ahead and dive into the Imperial Fist successor chapters. Right here we have these celestial lions at the top. As you guys can see, we have some icons that will be coming in, and that just confirms the fact that we will be able to play as these chapters and have their chapter packs within the game. You guys can see on the left over here, it says Heraldry Left Paul Decal, Left Pauldron Decal. So we have Celestial Lions, we have Subjugators, we have Sons of the Phoenix, we have Red Templars, we have Invaders, and finally we have the Hammers of Dorn. Now, all of the other packs released with 8 different chapters. This one only seems to have 6, so there might be another 2 that we still don't know about. But that's pretty much confirmation there that these will be coming to the game soon. So keep your eyes peeled for the Imperial Fists chapter pack. Now, as we move on from this good stuff, this is probably the biggest thing. Right down here, preset champion, Black Templar Champion, unique Bulwark class champion skin. That's pretty much confirmation that we're getting the Black Templar Champion within Space Marine 2. Now, pretty interesting that the Black Templars, a second founding Space Marine chapter, is getting a champion before any knowledge regarding the Iron Hands. But that's right there, guys. As you guys can see it's a unique Bulwark class. I mean, the Blood Angels and the Raven Guard still need a champion, but I will say I do really like the Black Templars, and if they're going the direction that I want them to go with this, I want to see that beautiful Black Templar champion, that one figure that they have holding the sword. I really do like that guy. However, it seems maybe a little too basic. Like, you can make something kind of similar to that guy just by using the normal game customization when it comes to these skins. But yeah, as you guys can see, the successor chapters for the Imperial Fists are right there, and the Black Templar Champion is pretty much confirmed, guys. So we can expect these pretty soon. Now, these were labeled year 2 leaks, so whether or not they're coming later this year or once the game goes into its second year, we do not know. All of this is just, we got no idea when any of this stuff is coming. However, moving on to the next slide, we have a rendered Pyre Blaster. Now, this Pyre Blaster is obviously already available within the campaign, but we've needed to have it available within the actual multiplayer and the operations. And tying into these, we have the Salamanders. Now, as you guys can see, this Salamanders guy has a unique pauldron on his left right here, and he has a unique helmet. So, what does this mean? We're probably getting the Salamanders chapter pack that will come with helmets, shoulder pauldrons, and all that kind of good stuff, and also successor chapters. So yeah, a lot of big leaks here, guys. We have Imperial Fists chapter pack now confirmed, so they're not just going to ditch the Imperial Fists. And we also have the Salamanders chapter pack also leaked, as you guys can see, by these unique cosmetics. Now, I want to go ahead and know what you guys think of all these leaked cosmetics and stuff. Will some of this stuff be enough to bring some of the players back? That I do not know. As you guys already know, this game has been, quite frankly, 90% cosmetic DLC and only 10% actual gameplay DLC. Now, you can look as cool as you want, man, but I really doubt people are going to want to keep playing the game if there's not a lot to play. And I think what the developers really need to lock in moving into year 2 is that we need to kind of start stepping away from all of these cosmetics, and we really need to start hammering down on things like newer maps for players to play on, newer enemies for people to kill, and newer game modes for PvP. Like I've always said, man, this game is amazing. I love Space Marine 2. I've made my whole channel around it. However, it's a little disappointing to see them consistently lock in with these cosmetics and not really give me anything to play. I said the same thing for the PvP Chaos Champions. Sure, you could look as cool as you want running around as a super decked out Night Lords guy, but what good is it if you're just playing the same 4 maps over and over when it comes to PvP? So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Obviously, a lot of leaks to go over, and let me know in the comment section down below what everybody thinks of all these. Is there a specific chapter you guys are waiting on? What is your guys' favorite chapter? And what's some stuff that you want to see for Space Marine 2 Year 2? But that's pretty much all I got, man. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel for more content. Also, if you wish to support the channel further, I'd encourage you to join the channel for $5 a month for exclusive perks. Thanks. This has been Behind the Grind, talking about the Imperial Fists, Salamanders, and a lot of leaked new information. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace!